Hey everyone, in this video, I'm going to walk you through our Azure AI Search Flow Accelerator for Copilot Studio. If you have been trying to connect Copilot Studio with Azure AI Search and found the out-of-the-box options a bit limiting, this accelerator is going to save you a ton of time. You import one solution, configure a couple of things, and you are up and running with Create Index, Upload Documents, and Search, all from inside Copilot Studio. So let's go. So, what's the problem? Copilot Studio is great for building agents, but when you want to wire it up to Azure AI Search, create indexes, push documents, run semantic queries, there's no native deep integration out of the box. You would normally have to build custom connectors, wire up Power Automate flows, handle auth, manage parameters. It's a lot of plumbing. This accelerator packages all of that into a single importable solution, a cloud flow plus a custom connector, so you can focus on the agent experience, not the infrastructure. So, what's in the box? Here's what you get when you import the solution. First, a solution aware cloud flow that handles three core actions: create index, upload documents, and search. Second, a custom connector, three action AI search, pre configured for the Azure AI Search REST API. And third, connection references so everything stays clean and portable across environments dev, test, and prod. It's all packaged in a single zip file you can grab from our GitHub repo. Before we jump into the demo, quick prerequisites. You'll need a Power Platform environment with Dataverse, permissions to import solutions and activate flows, and obviously an Azure AI Search service already provisioned. If you have those three things, you're good to go. All right, so let's get into it. First of all, we will see how to import the solution. First up, go to github.com/Azure Copilot Studio and Azure repo. And inside the repo, there is an accelerators folder, and then there is AI search. We are looking at the AI search accelerator. And then here is the acceleration AI search 1004.zip file. Download this zip file, and then we will get to import this particular zip file into our environment. I'm inside my Power Apps platform. So if you see here, I've selected a environment called Accelerator Test Environment. And now I've already downloaded the Accelerator zip file also. I'm going to come in here, say import solution, browse, and then I should be able to pick up the zip file, say open, click on next. And then basically you need to make sure enable plugin steps and flows included in the solution, and then click on next. It is loading all the connections that have been set up in the solution. And there you go. It says sign in. These services use your credentials. There is a shared connection to AI search. I would say yes, go ahead and then import. So the import has started. It says currently importing solution. We'll wait for a couple of minutes to finish the import, and then we will see the solution come up in our solution list. As you can see, we now see the acceleration AI search being shown in the list of solutions. So it says imported successfully. So we finished the first step, import the acceleration AI search solution into our environment. Next, we look at how to configure the custom connector that this solution brings in. I'm inside the solution. As you can see, there are three items in the solution: a flow, a connection reference, and a custom connector. We're going to get inside the custom connector. We're now looking at the custom connector that is bundled in the solution. I'm going to click on edit. Next up, what we will do is we basically need to update our host name. So I'm going to go and grab my host name of the AI search. This is the host name of the AI search. So I will copy that. I'll paste it here. And I need to make sure there's no HTTPS there. This is my AI search. Leave the second, third, and fourth steps as is: security, definition, and then the code part of it. And then Yeah, so this is the code. Then we're gonna go to the test. In the test, create a new connection. In the new connection, you will have to bring in the API key of your AI search. So I'm grabbing my API key, putting it here. I'll click on create connection, and there you go. So we got the connection created, and we will say update connector. And that's step number 2, configuring the custom connector. And we have the custom connector successfully configured. Next, we will review the flow in the Copilot Studio. I'm inside Copilot Studio in the environment that I've been working, Accelerator test environment. Let's go into the flows. And there it is, the flow AI search HTTP flow demo. This is coming from the solution that we imported. So let's go inside the flow. We go to the designer, and let's take a quickly look at the logic itself. So it's a manually triggered flow. We're initializing a couple of uh, variables here: select, search, filter, facets, top API version. Then there's a conditional select that we are doing. Basically, we're trying to see if a couple of things are set correctly or not. If it is true or not, set the search, set the filter, condition facet, condition top APIs, and then we are doing the API switch itself. So basically the case number 1, which is it create index or is it upload documents, or the third one, which is the search itself. So this particular flow will basically help you with either creating the index or uploading the documents or performing the search itself. Next up, let's look at the demo of testing the create index flow. Now inside the flow, I'm going to click on test, select manually, click on test again, and then we should see all the parameters coming up now. There it is. I need to provide the base URL. So I'm going to quickly copy the base URL of the Azure AI search. Here it is. And then I'm going to select create index. And then I already have a JSON body to test this out. Basically, what's the name of the index? What are the fields? So I've given it pretty much all the things that I need in the index. Of course, I need to provide an API key while testing. So let's put the API key, and then that's it. So now I'm going to say run flow. It's going to go ahead, and then it says your flow run successfully started. To monitor it, go to the flows runs page. I'm going to click on flow runs page. Is opening up the flow monitor page. Here is the flow activity or the flow monitor page. So let's go to the activity itself or the run itself. And here it is. We manually triggered the flow. It initialized a bunch of things. It did a couple of things. And then if you look at the case here, so create index is the one that was there. So it went ahead and then created the index because we asked it to create the index. It has already created the index. So let's go to Azure and then see the index. I'm in my Azure portal, and in specific, I'm looking at the search service. So here is the search service. If I go inside the search management and then click on indexes, we should see an index here. It's called Hotels Vector Quick Start, and this is exactly what we created from um, the flow itself from our solution. So if I click on search, there's nothing at this point of time. As you can see, the count is 0. As you can see, with the accelerator, by just importing and then configuring the flow connector connection reference, I'm now able to get myself a Azure AI search index created all the way from Copilot Studio. In the next demo, we'll be looking at testing the upload documents scenario. We're going to push some documents into the Azure AI search index that's already created. I'm back in the flow again. I've clicked on the test pane, run manually, and then in the run flow, I've given the base URL. The action is upload documents, and then I have the body here, all the JSON body that needs to be sent as an upload document. Each item here is kind of a document, as you can see here, hotel ID, hotel name, description, the vector that it represents, everything I've given it as part of this. Other things also like category, tags, parking included, RAS renovation, rating, address, location. So like this, a bunch of documents have been provided, and then I've also given the API key and the index name has to be provided. So given all those things, and then I'm going to click on run flow. And as usual, it says, the flow is a success. So let's wait for the activity. Let's go to the activity and we should be able to see that run. There it is. It just took these 2 seconds to run this one. If I go here and take a look at this, everything is fine. And then finally, if you look at which one got executed, well, it did the upload document. So let's next look at the documents itself in the Azure AI Search to make sure that it did pump in all the documents to Azure Search. Here I am in the Azure AI Search. As you can see, here's the index, and then from the flow, we had pumped 7 documents, and then it says document count 7, 42.91 vector index quota, usage, total storage is around 193 KB. So if I get inside the index itself, you will see the same thing, 7 documents, and I can click on search, and then now it shows all the 7 documents if you see here. So our accelerator from the Power Platform, Copilot Studio Flow, is able to pump in documents correctly. And we are at the last demo, which is basically searching the AI search. So let's take a look at this demo. I'm back in the same flow. This time I've set everything else, the AI search name, the API key, the index name, and I'm saying search for everything, select everything, meaning all the columns. I put a filter, geo distance, where I've said like, from a point so and so less than or equal to 300. Give me the top 5. API version is 20250901. So let's click on the run flow. And it does say the flow is a success. Let's go to activity, and then we should see the latest one here. It took again 2 seconds for it to finish. And let's take a look at this. So here it is. And then if we go all the way, it is now query search. And if you see here, show the raw inputs. These are the inputs that we gave it: the count star, select star, search star, filter, facets, nothing, top 5. This is what's going out to the what do you call AI search. Here is the raw outputs, and it has given me 2 outputs. I said top 5, but only 2 records match my filter condition, which is basically the geo distance within 300 meters of a particular point. And then notice here, we got back the answer from the AI search. That's pretty much what this demo is all about. By now, you must be wondering how this fits into a Copilot Studio agent. Let me put this in context. In your Copilot Studio agent, you can call this flow as a tool from any topic. The user asks question, the agent invokes the search flow with the right parameters, Azure AI Search returns results, and the agent formats and presents them. You get the full power of Azure AI Search, semantic ranking, filter, facets, all accessible from your Copilot Studio agent without writing a single line of code. That's the Azure AI Search Flow Accelerator. One solution import, a couple of config steps, and you got full Azure AI Search integration in Copilot Studio. The solution zip, the test samples, and the full documentation are all in our GitHub repo. Link is in the description. If you have questions or feedback, drop an issue on the repo. Thanks for watching.